Hello. Welcome to listen to the presentation part 2 on Accord to Be reference process. My name is Tarja Mäkeläinen. I work as a researcher at VTT Technical Research Center of Finland. In this part, we will go through the process lines from the main actors' perspectives: authority, applicant with applicant's BIM flow, and technical service provider. This is the process key, the actor groups, and also the roles under the actor groups. We have 4 main actors: authority, applicant, also of course the whole information management BIM-based process, and then the information management platforms, data, repositories and other services needed to digital permitting with automated code compliance checking. The process description illustrates tasks for the main roles, and in connection to each task there is the tool which is used in that task, either BIM authoring tool, BIM reviewer, checker, rule formulator tool, or configurator for the checking rules. Also decisions are identified, the decisions of the building permitting authorities and the decisions made by the applicant, mainly the building owner, during the task flow. Let's have a look first the authorities process line, as shown here in the big description of the process. We are also very happy to receive any of your comments on the usefulness of this training material. If you already have used this internally, or if you are planning to use it in some way. If the reference process description is useful for you, and if it's helping to understand how the digital permitting with automated code compliance checking works, and most important, mainly if you see any content in the process flow that is lacking, or what is unclear, so please send a note to us. Okay, back to the authorities process. Here we see like one decision and one tool. Starting from the strategic definition, the authority also is involved in identification if any other regulation than the building code, the useful minimum set of it, is going to be active in this specific building project. Okay, when moving forward to the preparation to permitting, there very likely be some collaboration with the building permitting authorities, and there is kind of consultations or pre-studies of the design alternatives, also design proposals, and maybe with this material some early neighbor hearing, at least in the bigger building projects. And the technical expert is active in supporting these tasks with BIM and other information material. During the permitting process, activities are very frequent. Here the review is happening, the visual review, some assessment based on the visual review, and maybe organizing some online review sessions with stakeholders and asking assessment from the other stakeholders or authorities. And then really the official assessment based on some document or file information and visual review, and then the official assessment based on the code compliance checking, the automated checking. And the technical expert is quite busy here supporting these tasks, and the digital inspection is being executed the way it's defined in the automated code compliance checking plan. And the last stage for the authority then is to prepare the issuance report with some terms to be followed in next stages of the process, and also upload the information to archive happens here, the official permitting application material. Okay, let's move on to the applicant's task level process line. Also starting very early, and the same thing that already in strategic definition to identify if there are other requirements that will be active here in the terms of automated compliance checking and the decision of the content of the plan. The technical expert, of course, is also very busy with the BIM authoring tool here, preparing the material for permitting, modeling the BIM permit, preparing also some visualization material, and running the early analysis towards the checks which have been decided to run in this particular building project. Architect and technical expert may be the same role, but here in this description they are separated so that architect is really responsibility of the content, and the technical expert on the digital work. In-house code compliance checking happens before the submission of the application. This makes sense in the way that there is not so much work for the permitting officers to go through all the checks. Of course, they have all the possibilities to use technical tools and platforms for that. But a good procedure to check everything in-house first. The permit BIM validation, that it has been enriched in the right way, and then also the compliance checks which are planned to be part of the permitting in this case. Then, of course, when going forward in the process stages, the issuance report and the terms will guide the process towards the authorities all the way to the commissioning stage of the building project. There's also a flowchart about the information management, which illustrates BIM-based process flow by using BIM symbols. In briefing stage, there is a requirement model and target setting, structured target setting, material available. This is the symbol language of these BIM symbols. There are different type of models. Here it's basically the as designed BIM and also then enriched to permit BIM, and then the symbol language of the analysis is quite there's quite many symbols for to illustrate that, and they are used in this process description. Of course, the assessment collaboration is much it's very much active in the process flow. And these slides illustrates how the BIMs, different type of BIMs, are used during the workflow. Each model, of course, consists of the specific data, the specific property set, specific attribute needs to a certain analysis, for instance, the quantity checks, the cost estimation, and so forth, and the code compliance assessment, which is the key in this process. But here there is also some other analysis explained in symbols, which also happens there at these stages. The BIM permit model for project presentations or visualizations, and the BIM permit model for code compliance use cases in this part. Then the last process line explains the technical service and is defined in 4, the permitting platform, what is happening there, then the project data for permitting and controlling task, other data services which are often needed for a certain code compliance checks, for instance LCA checks, and then also the rule formulation service provider if there is any certain specific compliance checks which will be formulate for machine readable regulations and the check-ins rules during the project. This process description has an idea that the rule, the machine readable regulations do already exist in a repository where you can find them, and also the minimum checking rules are available. And in the preparation to permitting, there is of course many activities happening on these technical platforms, and data are used in these process activities during the permitting process. The BIM permit BIM files are uploaded to the permitting platform, and the checks are run there with help of checkers. And also this there is a reference to a Finnish national level information archive, which may be active in these stages when the permitting process is done and issuance is ready. Then the material will be archived accordingly. So this is the whole big reference picture, and it is still an ongoing development stage. This is a draft version 0.0, and we are more than happy to present this to be processed in one-to-one meetings. If you are interested in any specific part of the process description, we can present in more details. And in the webinar, the coming webinar in May, there will also be some more content ready based on our feedback from the Accord demonstrations. And more resources, there is the main deliverable coming this spring, and also some already some reports are available from Accord project webpage. Please have a look. Thank you very much.